So Chainsaw Man ended and people are not happy. People are not happy with the ending. I mean, I'm happy with it. It's more of a mixed reception I've been seeing. It's not like, oh, this is the worst thing ever. Like, unanimously anyway. Unanimously. Like, people are very vocal. They don't like it online. They're pretty vocal. Like, very vocal. But I figured I'd make this video to just give my 2 cents as someone who binge read all of part 2. But yeah, as we can see here in this first panel, there's the shack. There's a shack Denji and Pochita lived in. But earlier in the previous chapter, Pochita ate himself after Denji got bodied by some demon. Like, there's locusts, all that. Oh yeah, and like the demon looks like a crescent moon. People are making theories. People are making theories online, which I'll get to later, but yeah. The chapter is called Thank You, Chainsaw Man. A phrase that has become a meme online, I'm not gonna lie, with these edits, which I'll be talking about soon. But for now, I'm gonna focus on talking about just this chapter and why I personally think it's a good ending, in my opinion. Alright, so the little shack that Denji and Pochita lived in, but Pochita's gone, erased from existence.
Change the world. My final message. Goodbye.
Denji, he's still got his blood disease, his heart problems, because Pochita's not there to become his heart. He's coughing up blood. You see him there. Feels like I had a good and bad dream. So yeah. And this is the part that some fans are pissed about. Because, like, to Denji, all that he's went through is a dream. Like, that's what some people who've read this chalk it up to. And people are upset that, oh, is everything we read meaningless? Does it not serve a purpose? Is the series ruined? That's what people just have on their mind, basically. Like, just this feeling that, was this all pointless? Was there no point to this story I was invested in? Well, if you paid attention to Fujimoto's behind-the-scenes writing, he said that he was inspired by The Big Lebowski, and that he felt the ending to that was meaningless as well, but that the character had development, all that. And yeah, I read that before this series even ended, and so I had expectations this ending would be very, like, out there. Like, it wouldn't be something I'd expect. Like, I didn't think Pochita would eat himself. I did not predict that. Like, the part 2 is just, it goes in wild directions. Part 1's really good. That's like a strong narrative. Part 2, not so much. Like, part 2's a messy narrative. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it was a mess. But for me, an enjoyable mess. Anyway, yeah. Like, Pochita ate himself, so now Denji sees the events he went through as a dream. Yeah, anyway, let's see. Alright, so yeah, he's there. Wish I'd only have good dreams, like eating with a girl and playing video games. I want a pet dog too. So yeah, he may have forgotten Pochita, but he remembers that he wants a dog. So, like, the desire for a pet is still in Denji's mind. Some semblance of memories. But yeah. Anyway, then yeah, the Yakuza who as with the zombies, you know, Denji's gonna go there. You think, like, just given how Denji's been through the stuff he's been through before, like Like, I honestly, partially expected there was a chance at a bleak ending, and like it really seems like it's going there for a bit, because, you know, Denji without his powers dies to all these zombies. But this is where shit gets hype. This is where everything gets hype. Okay, I need to... What we want is the devil's power, and what I want is the death of all devil hunters. So yeah, pretty much same thing that happens in the like first episode. Denji's back at square one without Pochita. And yeah, without Pochita, you'd think he'd die. Aw man, am I really gonna kick the bucket before one good thing could happen to me? That's just my luck though. And then there's Power, who's naked. It's a naked woman. At least it's gonna have one good last stream. Okay. And yeah, Power's back. I was just grinning when I saw this. I just had a giant grin on my face when this shit happened. Like, I was just like, it's cool to see her back, even though like there's different events. Like, this is like a refresh timeline. Like, the fact Power found Denji, like, after she did that contract with him, like, all the way back at the end of part 1. Like, this is what fans wanted. Fans wanted Power back. Like, I remember whenever the Hell arc, whenever Denji went back to Hell, people were hoping Power would show up. Or at least, not necessarily Power, but a version of the Blood Devil. And like, Denji made a contract with her, so like, he had to fulfill it. And yeah, like, there's Power. Like, a different Power, but sort of. I mean, it's the same Power, but also not, which is interesting. It's like, I mean, it's an alternate timeline, so obviously it's a different Power, but yeah, Blood, yeah, it's just really, I was just super happy. I was just really happy at this panel. This is just really great. And then yeah, there's Denji. This human smells like a dog. I like dogs. This is a contract. I'll give you life in exchange for your mind until you die. So yeah, I feel like the contract is being honored here. It's like not what you'd expect, but while Pochita's gone, he gobbled himself up. I feel like this just had to happen. Like, this had to happen because of Denji's contract with Power. Like, this just had to happen. Like, it didn't happen how we'd expect, you know? Like, they could have taken in another direction, like a new Blood Devil emerging. Like, that would have been interesting. Because obviously, like, she told Denji that the Blood Devil he ran into would be different in part 1, and that he might need to make that Blood Devil Power again. Well, yeah, while that didn't happen, I feel like this is nice. Like, I really like this. Like, the contract, in a sense, gets fulfilled here. Like, if Power wasn't in this ending, I'd call it trash, you know? But Power's in this ending. I think that's a great addition. Like, you have to have Power at the end. Like, this final chapter. She's here. She's back. And then, yeah. Yeah, she gets attacked. And then, oops, thought you were the zombie devil. You beat those guys, you could be useful. From today on, you both belong to me. And yeah, like, this is just interesting, because you'd figure maybe Makama's here. And like imagine if it like ended here. Like just, we could have gotten like a bleak ending just right here and there. But we don't, you know, cause it's not Makama. Power attacks, and it's Nayuta and not Makama, because it makes sense. Pochita's not there, and Makama was really obsessed with Pochita. Like, the reason she went after Denji, like, in the series is she didn't like Denji, she just wanted Pochita. Like, but yeah, Nayuta the second control devil who just shows up into existence after Makima dies, and then Denji adopts as his little sister in part 2. It's good to see her back too, like a different version of her, like with power. Like they don't have the established bonds they did before. Like this is a reset. But yeah, she just sicks her dogs on them. But yeah. What I like about this chapter is there's a new dynamic. There's like a new dynamic with the characters. Like we've seen Power and Makima's interactions. Power's terrified of her, and like she's shown to be scared of her, and like even in Reze arc, she like doesn't want to have her blood drained when she's with Makima. And and then Denji goes on his own adventure. But yeah, they have to go to okay, I'm gonna zoom in. They have to go to a school and kill a devil because Nayuta is busy playing video games, which Denji's jealous of. And then yeah, Meowie really likes Nayuta, which makes Power jealous because that's her cat, that's her baby. And then that Meowie shouldn't love anybody but me. That girl has to be the control devil or something. That girl gets to keep Meowie and a bunch of dogs. My only pet is you, and you aren't even cute. Yeah, like it's like a whole it's just great seeing these characters again with different dynamics, yet it's still the same. And then and then he decides to use a chainsaw. So, since there's a chainsaw, Pochita, not a chainsaw devil, which makes sense. Like, the fire devil took the form of a chainsaw. Like, different devils can have different forms, and all that, clearly. But yeah, they kill the devil. There's the creepy teacher. I didn't notice this on a first read. Had to have it pointed out. I did binge through part 2, but yeah, he's dead. And then devil's been exterminated. Area's safe. Don't touch the blood. Okay, blood on the body, please. But yeah, and then he sees the students. Wish I could have gone to school too. And what's interesting is, part 2 was the school arc, the Academy Saga. And like, I get why people aren't the happiest with part 2, because they should have focused on school a bit more. Like, they focused on, like, Asa and her school life, but we didn't get much of that with Denji, and that's my problem with this arc, honestly. Like in Reze arc, the whole point of it is, oh, Denji, you don't have an education. Reze is telling him that, and she then, like, when she passes, she's like, I didn't get to go to school either. But Denji, unlike Reze, actually gets to go to school. Like, he actually gets to get an education. And we don't really get much payoff. Like, we see him at school, we don't see him learn, which, that's my biggest gripe. I mean, like, I'm not saying, like, full season, full, like, storyline of him learning stuff, that'd be boring, but at least, like, one scene or something. But regardless, there was some payoff, like the rock paper scissors scene. He mentions he's school educated when he does scissors against Yoru. That was a sick scene. But yeah, anyway, where things get important, you see there's Bucky, and Bucky's flying, and yeah, Denji notices it's a devil. Turd power. Tis bloody. And then yeah, Denji's on his own. Here. And yeah, this is just really good. Okay, I got to the wrong page. Yeah, this scene most important part of Chainsaw Man. Like, him saving Asa, saving her from her demise. She's holding Bucky. If Bucky dies, Asa becomes a pariah. Asa gets killed. But Denji sees something bad's gonna happen, so he puts down his chainsaw and grabs her arm. And this is just a really good just panel. This is just a great panel. Like, I will say, part 2, rushed ending. This is a rushed ending. Yoru doesn't really get the best closure. Like, there's that moment. There's a good moment with Yoru and Asa where she mentions, oh, like, she can't hurt birds. That was interesting. Yeah, just bugs eat Yoru. Bugs eat Denji and Pochita. Bugs eat everybody. But yeah, like, yeah, it's a rushed ending, but like part 2 is just a mess. It's not perfect. Like, it's not. Part 1, great beginning, middle, and end, but part 2 is still good. Like, I'm glad I didn't skip it. But yeah, this is just a great panel. Can't wait to see this animated in, like, I don't know, 10 to 20 years. I don't know if I'm being generous. But yeah, those MAPPA employees, sadly, they're not going to be paid fairly, I don't think. But like, I don't know what, realistically when this is gonna, like, when the anime is gonna end, but glad I have that to look forward to, even though the manga's over. But yeah, just these two characters' fates, their tragic fates being prevented because Denji gave up his chainsaw to save her. And yeah, I will say this. I do understand the criticism, like, I legit do. Like, I like this ending, I enjoyed it, but Denji doesn't, like, get the choice to give up being Chainsaw Man. And, like, I get why that upset people. Like, I get it, but I also get the interpretation that Chainsaw Man's a story about addiction. Denji keeps chasing his dreams. He keeps chasing them. He thinks this will make him happy. He thinks that will make him happy. But he just can't be happy with him being a hero. Like, yeah. But yeah, he saves Asa. He's surprised. He says, my bad. Bucky's okay. Bucky's sitting right there. And yeah, here's the infamous panel. Thank you, Chainsaw Man. And there's his heart, which looks kind of like Pochita. Chainsaw Man? Because, you were fighting with a chainsaw. Oh, yeah. And yeah, is this kind of cheesy? Is this kind of silly? Yeah. But, like, there's more to it. Like, it's not like this is important. Like, he has some memory deep in his brain of being Chainsaw Man. Like, it confuses him. And that's further confirmation that Pochita, he's the hero of hell. He could be like an erasure devil or a birth devil. Those are the two most logical. Like, he erases things. Devils are afraid of him because he can just wipe them from existence. They part ways. He says that devil, him and Power get food. His heart thumps. Power says, oh, I can cure it for you. And yeah, this is just a really bittersweet ending. Like, Denji sees Asa, she's living a good life. Now she has friends. Denji, of course, he wants to go to school, but he can't. But at the very least, he's back at public safety. He has power. He has power again. He can eat good food. So yeah, like, him and Asa, you don't know if they end up together, but it's open-ended. So like they clearly ran into each other still. Like he saved her, you know? Like they met, they crossed paths again. That's gotta happen for a reason, you know? But yeah, you know, it's a bittersweet ending. It's very bittersweet, but it's not a perfect ending. Like I'm not, it just isn't. But yeah, okay, I guess I'll go into the theory now. Like Denji could have scored, but then all these bugs show up. All these bugs when he's about to get busy. And then there's the crescent moon thing. There's all these demons. Don't know what these demons are called. Yeah, bats are just eating people. Massive insects are eating people. There's Fumiko. And yeah, death no longer exists. So by that logic, people are just getting eaten. People are just living painful lives. Bugs everywhere. So many bugs. And then yeah, there's this crescent moon type character who people are calling the Dream Devil. People are like, oh, there's another chapter that's gonna happen and there's gonna be a part 3. Gonna be honest, cope. It's complete cope. I kind of get the theory, but at the same time, like, the series just came to a natural conclusion. But yeah, like, the narrative, it just makes sense logically why the world had to be reset. I mean, people were getting eaten alive and they can't die. Like, and Pochita just has to sacrifice himself because the world's just screwed. Like, the world's screwed. Like, and like while the world's screwed, Denji's just thinking about getting busy, and Pochita's just pointing out that his life can't be perfect. That unfortunately you must have noticed too, you are far happier starving and suffering, fighting devils, and eating spoiled bread in that rundown shack. What I really don't like, that what I think's disingenuous, but like how people point out, like, people just, okay, what I don't like is that meme. What I don't like is like how people say, oh, Pochita was saying Denji was happy when he had an abusive father. That's not what Pochita's talking about. What Pochita's talking about is that together they were far happier, like fighting, and like this is foreshadowing, like that Pochita like knows when Denji truly was happy, and like Pochita appreciates Denji, that despite the pain he went through, he still like found happiness in that. And yeah, them hugging, you can finally hug Denji in this dreamlike world. Like, I'm not totally opposed to the Dream Devil theory, but because like it's just weird he's here, that they're both here, and they just randomly got eaten. So it could be a Dream Devil or something. And then this is just a really great panel, a great culmination of their relationship. First Denji hugged him, now Pochita gets to hug him. It's just really cute. It's a great final parting moment. And then Pochita eats himself, and a world without Chainsaw Man is made. And yeah, Denji doesn't want to lose him. And in a world without me, maybe you could keep dreaming. Since meeting you, I've seen all the dreams I want to see. And then he tells Denji to keep on dreaming, leading him to there. Like, just if you're reading the story, it makes logical sense. Like that it's gonna end this way. Like the apocalypse is just happening. Like Denji just can't vomit up death. He can't do that. Like there's just so many things a reset was the only option. Like, could the story have been written better? Yeah, but like I like the way it ended. I really do. Pochita was just thinking realistically. Like, Denji was just suffering. Like, the whole point of part 2 is like this battle between Denji living a normal life as a student, as a brother. Like, he could live that life, but no, he wants the high of being Chainsaw Man. Like, part 1 is what you'd expect from a shonen, but part 2 definitely delves deep into deconstruction. Like, it makes sense. It makes sense. It makes perfect sense. Like, and people will say themes and such. People will say themes and such. Like, yeah, stories have themes. They have such things as themes. Like, this is just not, like, I will say part 2 is not perfect. It's not as good as part 1, but you know, it's fine. Like this is just a great end to their arcs. I mean, not perfect. It's not perfect. It's not a perfect end, but like, the fact in this world, even without Pochita, they still cross paths, you know? And this makes perfect sense given that Denji had trusted Pochita could make a new world. Like, you know, he knew this was coming. He didn't know how this was coming. And his lust got to his head, definitely. Like, he forgot, he clearly forgot he said this. So Pochita just had to remind him he had to make this new world, because it was the only option. This world that Denji invited her to much earlier in the arc. So it makes sense. Like, the story's pretty explicit what's gonna happen. Like, there's foreshadowing and everything. Is it written perfectly? No. But it's pretty clear where the story's gonna go. Power and Denji, they still become friends. Denji and Power still meet up, they still become friends, they're still at public safety. You know, it's great, you know? And yeah, while you could say, oh, you see, they're back to square one. They could do a part 3, you know, which they could. Like, Fujimoto definitely could have done a part 3. But honestly, I'm gonna be honest. Would you really want a part 3? Like, would you really? Like, cause if there's a part 3, I feel like tragedy's gonna strike again. Like, I don't know what, like, the story's ending makes sense. Like, it makes sense. You know, Pochita sacrificed himself to give Denji a better life. And yeah, like, Denji didn't choose it. Like, and I understand someone being disappointed by that, like, but honestly, really good ending. And they talk about shaking down their seniors. Curious who's there. Don't think Aki will be there. Cause like I'm assuming the Gun Devil isn't like I mean, it's probably still, it could still be a threat, but like it came back because like the world was scared of Makima. Like that was like a big part of the Gun Devil arc. So like Aki's not there, so like there's a reason he's not there. He's probably with his family. The Gun Devil, I'm assuming, didn't take them out, because, like, unless he's one of the seniors, but we don't see him. I wonder if Kishibe is one of the seniors. That'd be interesting, but we don't see him either. But, yeah, Chainsaw Man. Chainsaw Man's great. Chainsaw Man's great. This ending, I liked it. But yeah, now time to look on Twitter. You know, my favorite website, and I'm gonna just look at this image. We're gonna potential man. Like, I'm gonna open this image in a new tab because, yeah, this is just, I'm not even gonna debunk this. Like it's been debunked. Like it's just, there's just so much text here. But yeah, there's the potential man meme, which this is just not a good explanation of Chainsaw Man at all. Like, saying Denji's a gooner when He's a victim being manipulated. And he is like the story is about addiction and all that. But yeah, that's all I really got to say about the ending of Chainsaw Man. At least in unscripted form. I'll probably do a video, a big-ass Chainsaw Man video on my main channel. I don't know when. Really don't know, but this has been Shadex, host of the Ooze Network channel. This is a side channel where I just yap about stuff. So yeah, I think I've been talking for like 30 minutes. So yeah, I think my contract with the Yap Devil has been satisfied. So yeah, see ya.